Assalamu alaikum. I am Medar X and you are watching the Officer's Brief. On this channel, we bring you professional analysis on defense, security, geopolitics, and major global developments.
हुआ है ना हो गया ने अंदर ही चलो मेरा ख्याल है ये कोई तो जाया हो
Today, we will discuss the reported drone incidents linked to Afghanistan and the security situation around Islamabad. To analyze this situation and its regional and global implications, we are joined by senior defense analyst Colonel X, a respected veteran of the Pakistan Army. Colonel Saab, a very warm welcome to the Officer's Brief.
Thank you, Mir sir. First of all, we must understand that incidents like a drone strike are not isolated tactical events anymore. In modern times, warfare has changed its character. Today, wars are, I would say, increasingly fought through asymmetric means, drones, cyber operations, proxy actors, and psychological pressure rather than traditional armies facing each other on a battlefield. If drones originating from Afghanistan have targeted Islamabad, it raises serious questions about the security dynamics of the region. Afghanistan today is unfortunately a space where multiple external powers are trying to expand their influence. And if we see historically, we have seen that India has invested heavily in building strategic presence and intelligence network in Afghanistan. And whenever such developments occur, naturally analysts begin to examine the broader geopolitical context behind them. Another important dimension is the growing strategic partnership between India and Israel. Over the last 2 decades, India has become one of the largest buyers of Israeli defense technology, particularly drones, surveillance systems, and advanced military equipment. The doctrines and operational models that Israel has developed in different conflict zones are now studied and adopted by several states around the world. Therefore, when we see drone-based asymmetric tactics emerging in this region, it is reasonable for analysts to examine whether these models are influencing regional security behavior. But at the same time, we are living in a period of intense geopolitical competition. Narratives such as Make America Great Again, MAGA, in the United States represent a certain strategic outlook. Critics around the world often argue that many Western geopolitical policies have historically aligned closely with the security architecture of Israel in the Middle East and beyond. Whether one agrees with that perspective or not, it is clear that global alliances and partnerships shape how conflicts evolve in different regions. But another worrying aspect is that conflicts today are increasingly framed in religious and civilizational language. When geopolitical rivalries begin to take on religious tones, they become far more dangerous because they mobilize emotions and identities rather than diplomacy and rational statecraft. That is why analysts often warn that the world must be very careful not to allow political conflicts to transform into religious confrontations. Pakistan therefore faces a very complex strategic environment. On the side, there are regional rivalries. On the other side, there are technological changes in warfare, especially drones and hybrid tactics. The response to such challenges cannot be emotional or reactionary. It has to be strategic, intelligent, and multidimensional. Pakistan is a resilient state with strong defense institutions and a very capable intelligence system. Any attempt to destabilize the country through drones, proxies, or hybrid warfare will ultimately fail. But at the same time, the region must understand a fundamental truth. Peace and stability cannot be built through covert confrontation or proxy pressure. The real path forward lies in regional stability, responsible diplomacy, and addressing the root causes of conflict. Because history teaches us one important lesson. Wars may begin with technology and strategy, but they always end with diplomacy and political situation.